I know it tells you on the embassy website, don't book your flights, don't do anything that you can't undo. So we took a gamble.
Yeah.
Which is probably what we have done.
Like most things we do, it's always educated gambles. Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Mark. This is
Sam.
And for those of you that have not been here before, we are filming and blogging, whatever we're calling nowadays, our journey on our EB1A visa with impending move to the United States.
Yay! So first up, we want to say a massive thank you to everybody that watched last week's vlog and everybody that commented, because we go through every single comment, we reply to every comment, and we had some really good tips, experiences and recommendations from people based on the things we were talking about last week.
We did. There was a lot of interaction, wasn't there, with the last video?
We did.
Really
we got a lot.
Really
so
good.
we're really grateful for everybody that kind of engaged with us and, shared their tips, hips, and especially their congratulations for the sale of our house again. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And then this week, our update kind of follows on for some of the tips and comments we got around flights. Yeah.
So we, as probably most of you that watch these videos do the same thing as we do, is we spend an awful lot of time doing a bit of researching.
Yep.
We spend a lot of time on some of the Facebook groups, and quite often something comes up and you go, oh, I didn't know that existed, or I didn't realise that was a thing, and then you sort of go down that rabbit hole of doing all that research. And one of those things that came about was actually last Sunday.
Was it Sunday or was it in the week?
Sure, it was Sunday night. Anyway, one of the nights, early part of last week, I just happened to be flicking through some of the posts that were on one of the Facebook groups.
One of the Orlando holidaying ones, that was.
Yes.
So nothing even related to moving.
Nothing related to moving. In fact, I don't even think I was flicking through the group. I think I just had a
notification.
notification.
Just on your feed, wasn't it?
Whatever it was. So anyway, something came up and said something about reward flights and Virgin reward flights. Now, anybody who's been flying with Virgin for a number of years will know that in the last couple of years they changed the reward flight points system, which basically meant, in the most part, they're a waste of space. Basically,
yeah, you need hundreds of thousands
of points, and you don't accumulate enough. Now, obviously, when we fly as a family of four, all of our Virgin Atlantic, whatever they call them, flying club numbers, that's the word I was looking for. Flying club numbers are all joined together, so all of the points pull into one place. So even when, we've been once, twice a year on average over the last however many years it's been. So, and we haven't flown with Virgin every time, but most of the time it's been with Virgin. Yeah. So we've accumulated points, but every time we've looked at it, it's not been anywhere near the sort of
the numbers
number of
that you need. Yeah.
So we've just booked flights normally. Now, we normally fly premium economy when we can. Just because you've got better seating, we get a bit more luggage allowance, slightly better for the kids. That's what we do. So I came across this website, a link that somebody had put on there saying about it's a website, and I will link it because I've saved it, so I'll link it below or I'll put it in the comments or both. It's a website where you can go and sort of look at when the best times are for trying to get the most out of your points on reward flights. So the link that I saw was actually for October. So it was like, oh, we're looking at going in October, let's take a look. And it showed that sort of towards the back end of October, you could get premium flights for like 80,000 points. Didn't really detail whether that was like for one person or for multiple people. It was just 80,000 points. So just out of pure morbid curiosity, I thought, I'm going to take a look. So at 11:15 at night, as you do, I went and jumped on the computer, opened up the website and looked at it. And for the dates we were originally looking at travelling on, Obviously, there's lots of things that are subjecting us to when we actually travel. But for the dates we were originally looking to travel on,
it was scandalous.
Premium
still.
economy was like 600,000 points. So I was like, that's a waste of time. Then I just started pressing right and seeing if any of the other dates changed price. And it started to get a little bit cheaper, but Premium economy was still stupidly expensive. And then upper class was booked. There was no availability. So I was scrolling through the dates, and then I come across a date. We won't say which date because we don't want to give it too much away just yet, but came across a date that Premium economy was still showing at like 340,000 points, so still quite expensive, and £800 on top. But upper class was showing as 164,000 points and £1,800. Now we was looking at the club balance that we've got already, which was about 75,000 points available. And for anybody that doesn't know, if you've got a Virgin Atlantic
Flying club
membership, when you obviously you just sign into the site, you can also buy points, so you can top up points. So we kind of went, let's have a look how much 90,000 points is. Again, we have looked at it in the past, but I don't think we've looked at it since the points
they changed it. Yeah, we just thought it wasn't worth it.
Yeah, so we kind of expected it to be stupid amounts of money again. So but I looked out of curiosity, and it turns out that you can buy 90,000 points, which is what we were short of, for £1,300. So at this point, I'm looking at that upper class option, thinking that's £3,100. But it hasn't told me at the moment whether that's each or for all four of us. I hope you know where I'm going with this. So, unfortunately, you have to go through the whole rigmarole of, because it's rewards points, you don't get to see the total balance until you get to the end. So I populated all of our data, which was predominantly in there anyway, picked seats, and the plane looks to be reasonably empty as well, so maybe that's why. Picked seats, so we picked like a cluster of 4 together. Got to the final page, and that's for all 4 of us. So yeah, for what we would normally pay, in fact it's less than what we would pay for premium most of the time, and probably not too dissimilar to what most people pay for economy when you've by the time you've added on picking your seats and baggage and everything else. And we've got it for upper. So we've managed to bag upper class seats for what effectively has been, perhaps not 3,100 because we had 75,000 points anyway, but probably about £4,000 by the time if you was to turn it into money.
I suppose you could say it like that, but we did have 70,000 points already.
So in terms of actual money, it's cost us £3,100.
And that helps us solve a bit of a problem in the basis that, as we've said, we're going to be taking a number of suitcases with us. And the reason we'd been even contemplating upper class, even looking on some of the other airlines, was because of the luggage allowance.
Yeah, so you get two cases,
but they're up to
32 kilos.
But if we'd have gone premium, premium, you would have got 2 cases as well.
So it's only 23 kilos.
Yeah, but obviously you travel economy, you only get 1 case. Then we'd have had to have bought the extra.
Paid for extra cases, yeah.
Cases.
But the other thing to think about as well is in the upper class you get 2 carry-ons as well.
Yeah.
So you can take a carry-on, like a 15 kilo
suitcasey thing,
luggage case,
and a personal item.
Yeah.
So we can have rucksacks, little cabin case. I don't know how we're going to transport all of these, mind you. And 8 larger suitcases. That's kind of like what we've worked out the maximum that we could go with based on the luggage allowance that we've now got. And we were looking at it like, I know it tells you on the embassy website, don't book your flights, don't sell your house, don't do anything that you can't undo until you've been to the
They were too stupidly cheap not to book.
And so you could say we've been stupid. Say we've took a gamble.
Yeah.
Which is probably what we have done.
Like most things we do, it's always educated gambles. Maybe. We'll see. Worst case scenario, we can move them. So, it's not.
But that's the question we've got for anybody out there that's ever done these reward flights, because we don't actually know if we can move them either.
We've had to move holidays in the past, or flights in the past, and Virgin are very good. So
they have been, but we don't know what happens when it's reward flights. So if anybody out there has
this is true.
made a booking with Virgin, we're using their reward points balance and paid the extra taxes and stuff. Have you ever been in a situation where you've needed to move them?
And how have you got on with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, touch wood, that's not going to happen. So I'm hoping we're not going to have to utilise anybody's knowledge in that respect.
No.
So fingers crossed. We haven't.
Otherwise, we've just basically lost
£3,000.
£3,000.
No, yeah, £3,000. With what this has cost us so far, that's a drop in the ocean.
But yeah, as you say, and the good part about it as well is it's only had to be one way.
Yes,
which
so that
is
was
the other benefit.
That was the key thing, was I was able
Yes.
to book just one way flight. So some of the comments last week from last week's video was that you can have issues. Like, rightly so. I think if you do it once,
you maybe get away.
with it. But if you're a repeat offender, you'll get earmarked by the airlines to be in one of these people that doesn't take your return flight. Understandably so. So yeah, we've now not got that risk because it's only a one-way flight anyway.
Yeah.
So we've kind of earmarked a potential flying date.
Yes.
It's towards the end of October, so it should give us...
In time to get there for Mickey's Not So Scary, of course.
Yeah. But it should give us time... it should give us time to get visa done, passports back, and all the other bits and pieces we've got to do.
Yes.
So, and in good time. So we've done that. What else have we done?
We've had a visit by the people buying the house today.
Yeah, yes.
So at the time of recording, this is Friday. They've popped around the house today to have a little second walk around. They brought their daughter with them and a parent. So everybody seems still very happy.
Yeah. They've
totally still in love with the house.
They're a little bit further ahead because their property was already sold before they came to see us.
Yeah, and they've got a first-time buyer.
And they're a first-time buyer buying theirs, and they're already really, really well progressed. So they seem to think they will be in a position to fully complete on their house, sort of mid to end of September. We've obviously explained to them that we can't do that just yet, but they've got somewhere, a parent's house that they can go and move into temporarily if they needed to. So yeah, it's a very, very good position to be in from our side.
Yep.
And from their side, to be honest.
Yep.
All looking positive. They came today to do some measuring up, do a bit of a walk around again. I think, to be honest, it's more...
I think they were just excited to come and have another look, which is understandable. Yeah.
They just wanted to measure up a few spaces just to see if their furniture would fit, and if not, what they were going to replace it with. And whilst they've been here and they've walked around again, they've expressed an interest in potentially buying some more furniture from us. We've said that, it doesn't... From a shipping perspective, it makes a negligible difference if we take all of it or half of it. There's not a big...
No.
Nothing to be gained, really. And
how expensive it is to buy new furniture and for how much you get for furniture second hand. We're now still very much thinking we should just take all of it.
Yeah. But there is certain aspects of things that we've got here that we'd already talked about replacing anyway.
Yeah.
Even if we stayed here, even if none of this was happening, we were going to replace some of the furniture anyway. So that's a thing. So we've kind of...
Yeah, we're kind of making a list of things that we'd be happy to sell because we'd probably replace them anyway, and things that we perhaps don't know whether they would fit.
And also things that we can't take.
Yeah, and things that we can't
that just aren't going to work.
Yeah.
TVs, we've mentioned before, TVs,
like
we've got a sound bar and bits and pieces that can't work.
So we may have sold a few bits of things as well by the time we get to next week's vlog. So we'll let you know if that's the case. Mm-hmm. And then I had something dawn on me, and I can't remember if I said this in last week's video or not, but it's something that's dawned on me. Either in last week's video or it's with me again today. Basically because if you're on Instagram and you happen to look at Costco things, then you tend to get a bit of things come up on your feed that Costco finds. And so Marky decided in his infinite wisdom to send me a link to a really lovely Halloween decoration in Costco currently, which is Nightmare Before Christmas one.
Yes.
He did. And at the time we're going to be getting to America, there is no point in decorating for Halloween.
Hold on a minute. When do we get to potentially get... there's still like 3 to 5 days spare.
No. well, even so, we're not going to have our stuff, which was where I'm going with this point, because our stuff can't be shipped until we've found a permanent residence.
Yeah, okay.
So none of our Halloween decorations are going to get there in time, and I'm not going to be able to go and buy enough decorations to decorate, because by the time we get round to that point,
It's Christmas.
it's Christmas.
Well, the Christmas
Florida.
stuff. The Christmas stuff.
Yeah, it will already be out. So what I have said to him is that also means, on the basis that it could take 9 to 12, somewhere between, well, it's anything from 6 to 12 weeks for the furniture to arrive.
So we might not have Christmas stuff either.
So we might not have Christmas stuff.
Cruise for Christmas. Katie's going. Katie can pay. It's Christmas present.
Who looks after the little doggies? This is our dilemma.
They'll be alright.
Who looks after Roxy and Boo Boo while we go on a cruise? But yes, we're not going to have possibly all of our Christmas decorations either. So I have warned Marky that this means we may have to go Christmas decoration shopping.
No, we've got enough subscribers on this channel that are based in Florida or somewhere near Florida. I'm sure we can borrow some.
No. Look, I what my exact words to him were, if you're going to send me links to Costco finds, be it on yourself when I've found a range of everything
We're not buying new trees
in Costco. I'm not going to have a tree to put up. So we either look at buying a real one for 1 year.
We're being buried with those trees.
Or
they were expensive.
We are finding out how much trees from Balsam Hill cost in the States.
We've got Balsam Hill trees.
But we won't have them.
It's fine. The kids won't notice. It's sunny. Just thinking.
You're not going to get away with that. So, yeah, I have warned him. He needs to think through these things. It's normally me that finds these things and sends them to him, not the other way around.
Thanksgiving's more of a thing in the Americas anyway, so we'll just do Thanksgiving instead. Do you have trees?
They do Christmas as well.
Do they have trees for Thanksgiving? They have turkey. Do they have turkey for Thanksgiving?
They do have turkey.
There you go. So they have turkey. So that technically is Christmas. I don't recall ever seeing a tree.
Yeah.
Did they have a tree up in the Griswolds for Christmas vacation? Or was that Christmas?
That was Christmas. We don't want any squirrels, that's for sure. So maybe not a new one. Not a real one.
And no Griswolds living next door, preferably. No.
So, yeah. So that was something that dawned on me this week. Which kind of, very in my head kind of way gets to where we're going. Which is, obviously, Christmas decorations are stored in the loft, which is somewhere we still need to sort out. And we began our decluttering this week.
You wouldn't know,
last weekend.
You wouldn't think it to look, but we have.
We have. So, we spent the weekend doing what is the 5th bedroom, but effectively our dressing room with wardrobes in. So we went through all of the wardrobes, all of the drawers, and
I also fixed them.
You did fix them
because we don't go in there very often. It just goes to show how often we use the drawers in that in the dressing room.
One of the rails
had come off.
Yeah.
So
you had to re-put that back on.
Fix that, and the shelf that was above them.
One of the little pins had fallen out, so we had to put that back in.
So yeah.
Yeah. So those have been fixed, but we've also sorted them, and then we transitioned into our bedroom and went through the drawers and the wardrobe in there. I did, as I promised, video that process, so I will insert said video now. You asked to see sort of the decluttering process, so I'm going to start that today. Beginning with shoes, my shoes. And I'm going to show you this and you're going to be disgusted. I'm disgusted. I've ignored it for years now. Just years. Sorry. Belle is after her bone. There we go. So yes, it is not a pretty sight. There are a lot of things in here that need to go. Some things I might be able to sell on Vinted or something. But in the most part, a lot of it has just got to go. I've not worn it. I tend to have my favourites and wear the same things. I know, we're all a bit like that, aren't we? I see these things and I want them and then I get them and then I don't wear them. Heels are very much a thing of the past these days. So yeah, let's spin you around and show you the state of this. So that is where I am going to start. So I think first things first, let's just pull it all out, pair it together, and then we'll have a look at what we've got. Okay, let's go through these. So, yep, there are quite a lot of shoes there. Some sandals, do some pumps and trainers, heels, flip-flops. So it's time to be ruthless. Let's just start with the things that I never wear as a starting point, because then at least I can have a look at between those as to what's potentially worth vintaging. Okay, let's be realistic. Don't really wear heels very much anymore. Yeah, been and done that long time ago. Not now. So let's start with the heels. Right, first up, these bad boys from Ted Baker. Next to nowhere, because I think if I wore them once, they made my feet hurt. Never worn them again since. So these ones, Carvela, mega platforms, hurt my feet as well. That's what I mean. Heels, they're just not a thing anymore. They're a bit scuffed though. Do people put things on Vinted that are a bit worn and scuffed? High heel sandals, absolutely stunningly beautiful. Wore them one day at a wedding. Again, hurt my feet. Probably just need a little bit of a wipe, look. But there's no real damage to the leather. I think they'll be good for vinting. This next pair, can't bring myself to get rid of. I am going to have to keep them. I'm never going to wear them again. But this is one of those memory things, because these were my wedding shoes. These were what I wore when Mark and I got married in Florida. So I've got to keep them. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, you do still have winter in Florida. Now, I know it's not winter, but there comes an occasion where a boot might be the appropriate footwear. And this is one heel boot that I can actually wear and get away with. So these were my favourite Ugg boots. I'm very tempted to still take them. You know, come those cooler January, February days where it might call for some leggings maybe, or a skirt with some tights, heaven forbid. Yep, I'm going to keep them. Really don't see me needing knee-high boots, but anybody that's there in Florida, that's been through the winters, that maybe even tries to dress a bit more seasonal for fall, or perhaps not fall because it's going to be baking, but maybe winter. Is there ever a call for knee-high boots in Florida? Pumps! I liked them at the time, not so keen on them now. These were some Adidas Superstars that Mark had done for me for our wedding. For obvious reasons, they're going to have to stay. Although it's a bit sad because look, the glue's gone all yellow. Hasn't on that one, but it has on that one. Why? Because if there's anywhere I could have worn sparkly trainers, it's in Florida. Why? Why? So this then is the sandal collection. Yes, I know what you're thinking. That's a bit sad, isn't it, really? I absolutely loved the Gigi sandals, still do. I used to watch a couple that used to do vlogs and she swore by them for walking around the parks. And so I bought a pair and I did 3-week holidays in them, no danger. So then that led to buying more. I did buy some of them off like eBay. It was before Vinted was a thing, really. And I did buy them like second hand. And then one year we decided to bound, and then that is how I ended up with a variety of colours. But as you can see from the dust on them, I haven't worn them to Florida in probably 3 years now. So these were obviously Cinderella. Bound in as Mickey and Minnie. That's what those ones were. These were obviously like Animal Kingdom. So I think it is safe to say that the silver ones can just go in the bin because they're absolutely battered. And I'm going to keep the other ones because I did used to wear them around the parks and they were comfortable. So we're going to hang on to those ones. Now we're in, I suppose it's our 5th bedroom, which we use as a walk-in wardrobe. And there are a few pairs of shoes down here too. No, I tell a lie. There are 2 pairs of shoes. And again, look how disgusting it is. You can see the dust on them. Here's some little kind of booty type things. If I'm honest, not so keen on the black ones anymore. They can go in the vintage pile. Right then, so apart from our shoe cupboard downstairs, which literally has everyday trainers in, really, for me, and another pair of sort of winter boots, which I do really like, which I, again, could be tempted to take anyway. That is sorting through the shoes. Now to take photos of all of these shoes that I'm going to try and put on Vinted, and then we can see what happens. But then we've got to do this. There's that to do, and this one. So yeah. Okay, hello. It is Saturday. It is the 16th of August. And that's it. It is on. We are starting with this room. Whilst I was editing last week's vlog, Mark already made a bit of a start with his things. So let's just give you a little bit update of where he got to. The stuff hanging on the door here is stuff that he's going to try and sell on Vinted. Yeah, we've got polo shirt, a couple of suits, we've got a couple of jackets and a woolly coat there. So it's Mark's. These are my shoes from earlier in the week that I earmarked to go on Vinted. Was the carrier bag of shoes that are for the bin, and then I've added some belts that I'm never going to wear again. Slim down this section of his wardrobe here, and I'm looking at it here and now going, there doesn't actually seem to be lots that's disappeared here. Oh, he does have a bin liner over here of stuff that he's getting rid of. Here he comes. So this bin liner here, is that all clothes that you've sorted that are no good for the bin?
Yes.
Well, for the clothes recycling.
Charity box bag thing at the tip.
Yeah. So we've got some tip. Oh, look, he's got a few of his Hawaiian shirts, which will obviously be coming with us.
Obviously.
A few decent t-shirts, shirts, long sleeve shirts. Coming?
Yeah, because you still have the odd cooler day.
Yeah.
So jumpers, I'm not anticipating needing jumpers over there, but I will very likely leave them here.
Okay.
Hoodies, again, may need them on a few of the cooler days. We have experienced the need for a hoodie.
This is true.
In Florida, so it's not completely unheard of. The jackets at the end are worky jackets, so they'll just whatever, something will happen to them at some point. I'm still going to be doing work.
You are.
Whether here or there, so again I'm going to need shirts, suits.
And then we have trousers and jeans and a little shoe pile down there.
As you'll probably notice, I have a bit of a fascination with blue jeans.
Yeah. We've also been through the little drawer in here, which
all the ties and stuff will still come because I wear ties occasionally.
Yeah.
I try not to, but I do.
Got a few watches here, haven't we?
You can tell they've never come out. They're that dusty.
I know, yeah.
Can't see the faces of some of them.
I mean, this was a Michael Kors one that I bought like in 2014. It doesn't even work anymore because the battery's run out and I've never changed the battery. He's got a fascination with high tops that he never wears here because they need to be worn with shorts. Yeah. So I am expecting you to get decent wear out of your high tops going forward.
Oh, 100%. There's about 6 pairs.
I know, in the other wardrobe.
And the 6 in there.
Have you sorted the other wardrobe shoes yet?
They're just high tops that I'll be wearing.
Oh, wow. Get you. You have been a busy bee.
Some of us just make things happen, you know what I mean? Yes, so everything's sorted.
These were Mark's 2 drawers. So, again, he's been through this. He also has quite a collection of caps.
Again, I've sifted through the ones that I'm not interested in. I've kept a few that you might want or use. I've kept a few that the kids might use.
Okay.
Those are just my only wear at Disney or Universal t-shirts.
It's Christmas t-shirts
And there's a
as
couple
well.
of like England shirts and stuff in there, but
Yeah.
other than that, that's all they are.
Obviously, these all need to come. So it is now my turn, because after editing, we now need to go through this here. My drawer down there.
It will be dark by the time we've sifted through.
I've got the bottom drawer down there, which is all handbags of varying descriptions. I know, yeah. I've got the top drawer up there, which is makeup and lotions and potions. The middle drawer is all hair stuff, a lot of which is going to have electrical items that aren't going to be able to come. And then we have all of this on the top. And then there are a couple of drawers on the dressing table. So this is what we are working on now. Look how overjoyed he is at this prospect.
I'm just contemplating whether or not I might sell my Valentinos.
You like those Valentino trainers?
I have more than Fraser. I'm probably not going to get a lot for them. A couple of £100.
You're probably not going to get that for them now.
You'd be surprised. Second-hand trainers sell for a lot of money.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I know. I'm not. I'm partial to a second-hand bargain myself.
The Valentinos that I've got, I think they were about 480 quid or something. So yeah, if you look on eBay, 250, 300 quid. As long as you can demonstrate that they're genuine, they still go for crazy. There's a market for used trainers / sneakers.
Wow. I mean, the majority of my holiday wardrobe was, second-hand off vintage River Island years ago patterns, shorts, because I just really like them. They're really comfy. So, we are good with, purchasing second-hand items too.
It's amazing how much you don't get for suits.
Yeah, even though they're quite expensive to buy.
Yeah, because all suits are expensive. I mean, one of these is a Moss Brothers, whatever they're called. And obviously the suit still looks like brand new. I've just outgrown it.
But it's not correct. Changed at all
no,
in 15 years, folks.
I've just outgrown it. And they were, I don't know, I think the most recent ones I bought, they were like 210 quid a suit. And you look on Vinted and they sell for 20.
Should we kind of go through my wardrobe first?
Because that's going to take about 3 to 6 working weeks.
He's exaggerating now.
People, I'm telling you, we're going to go through every single one of these items. She's going to try them on first. That's what's going to happen first. Try it on to make sure it fits. And then she's going to look at it and go, oh yeah, it fits. But I don't know whether I'm going to be able to keep this one. Is it? Am I going to wear it? Am I going to use it? We'll put that to one side just in case. And that wardrobe will still look exactly the same when we've finished. Watch, trust me.
I'll show you what it looks like now, and then we'll look at it again in a bit.
Trust me.
First thing I've pulled out. I don't really know what to do about these. These were my hair extensions from our wedding. They're kind of not too dissimilar from my hair colour these days. Do I keep them and take them? Am I ever going to have a need for such long hair extensions again? Would somebody buy them second hand? Because they were literally worn on 2 occasions. The wedding in Florida and our wedding kind of renewal cum blessing ceremony here. Comments below. Do people buy these things? I'm going to start with the drawer on the floor so that we can move that drawer onto the bed in the bedroom out of the way so I can get to the clothes. That probably makes the most sense. Mark is currently distracted by the dog. Roxy Roo, he's our little princess that just wants some fuss.
Give me your paw. No, not roll over. Give me your paw. That's it. Paw. Give me your paw. Good girl, this one. Which part of roll over did I say there? I just said give me your paw. It's not fight time.
This is the one that we said in last week's video would absolutely love the jet set lifestyle.
Excuse me.
Backwards and forwards on a private jet.
This savage beast, however, just wants to kill everything and everyone.
Well, she'd go as the security detail, to be perfectly honest. Right then, let's go back on with this drawer. Most important of all, I'm going to be able to wear these. I'm so excited. I have yet to actually wear them in a Disney park. I got these ones for Mark, so this is coming as well.
What am I wearing?
Those.
I'm kind of changing my mind about this whole process. Decided this is no longer happening.
And then obviously for a bit more generic Christmas at Universal, I've got my pretty little Christmas bow.
If you see me anywhere wearing these ears, feel free to kick my ass.
Ruthlessness. That postcard. Sentimental side says, oh, that was somewhere we went.
Next.
Just put that in the rubbish pile. This is the reason why we've got so much stuff hoarded, because, as we said, I attach emotion and sentiment to things and memories, and my hugger.
Ice brick.
Do we really need it? Are we going to use it? If not, dispense.
No, it has been in that drawer. In fact, neither of us knew it was in that drawer. You've just got it out of the drawer and went, oh, what's this? That means we don't need it. Bin. Go. Next.
At what point in time am I going to become dispensable? That's the thing that worries me.
I think you've got a good 5 to 10 years yet. You're good. Come on, let's go. What's next?
I also have a question for you Florida living ladies. So, when it gets a little bit on the cooler side, do you ever think about wearing tights with a skirt? Does it ever get that cold? I've got a corduroy little sort of shortish skirt in my wardrobe in the end here, and I've got like a long sleeved dress, a navy one, that I would wear the tights with here in the sort of autumn winter months. Do you even need them in America? In Florida especially? Please comment down below. Definitely appreciate a bit of input on that one. So right, I've sorted through this drawer. This is literally like sportswear, my caps, those ears that I showed you, and belts. This is all stuff is definitely coming with us. Against convention, I'm going to start with my bag drawer next, rather than the clothes, because I'm not so keen on doing that one. Right, let's go bags first. So this is the drawer of bags. You let me do far too much shopping when we're in America. I blame you. It's not me. It's your fault, because you authorised the purchases.
No, you just have woman math, which is, oh, it's 50% off or 70% off or whatever stupid number it is they tell you in the store. Oh, I've got to have one of those.
At the time, it makes sense.
I roll on the happy wife, happy life routine. I don't argue. Just, yeah, whatever. Just have it. Just don't ask. Be nice. I don't think you paid loads of money for them. I would have told you no if they were stupid.
How ruthless should you be? When you're going through this process, how much of the sentimental stuff should you go, you're taking it too far now? Because I'm really not sure. We've got Mark's little boutonniere thing that we had done for our wedding. I also have my bouquet. It's not wrong to want to keep these, is it?
No, you can keep those.
Right, jewellery boxes. I'm not going to go through those with you because most of them are empty. I've just got to decide which of the jewellery I'm keeping, which of it I'm selling, because in a lot of ways, a lot of it is sort of like costumey jewellery that I never wear.
Through those boxes, can you get the ones out of that drawer behind you as well? Did you remember there's a drawer in that table?
Yeah, I did mention it earlier and then I just sort of forgot about it. Right, let's crack on with this. Otherwise, we're going to be here all night. And we're probably going to be here all night anyway. Those of you that Disney bound and just Universal bound, is it wrong at 45s to still do that kind of thing?
Yes.
And I have a whole bag of stuff here with more bounding costume jewellery in.
Yeah, we'll keep them. Don't worry about that.
It's amazing what you find when you go through these drawers. And this is the reason why it takes forever, because then you go, oh. So this keyring here, this passport here.
I don't know what you're after. You would have been fed. So.
And this here autograph book.
Oh,
mine for the very first time that I went to Disney in 1991.
No.
Look, I've got Dale. Who's that one? Love. Is that Minnie? Gadget. She's also really rare now. Barely comes out. And then this was my Epcot passport. That I put all the little stickers in. Yeah, let's see. Memories. This is why I need a memory box. First time ever going to Disney.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as I intimated, the clothes in the wardrobe would look no different, even when it was dark outside. It is dark. In fact, it is nearly 10 o'clock. It is 9:45 in the evening. I believe we started at about 4.
No, it was like 10 to 6.
So as you can see, the clothes haven't changed. In fact, there's just mess everywhere.
There's not mess everywhere. It's organised chaos. I know where everything is. I have now matched up all my jewellery to the boxes that they came in.
Look, it looks exactly the same as it did.
It is not. It is organised.
About
It is
4 hours
organised.
ago. It's just moved.
It's just literally now.
It's moved from one side of the bedroom, the
No.
what's this called? The dressing room.
No. It's all organised now. It can just be put straight in a case. It can be put straight in a case.
Moved from one side of the dressing room to the other. I promise you, look back earlier in the video, I'm telling you, all that stuff was just outside.
It is organised. That's why. It is sorted.
So anyway.
See you tomorrow for when I carry on with clothes.
Yes, apparently we're going to do clothes tomorrow. So
yeah.
I did say 3 to 6 working weeks. I think that's realistic.
No, it's not. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. By tomorrow, all of the stuff in here will be done.
I'll grow a beard so I can do this. Yes. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Good morning. It is Sunday, and yes, we are back in here for day 2 of Sort the Dressing Room. Now, technically, I forgot to pick the camera up and start this, but I've already been through this rail here. This is everything that is staying and coming. Some of it I'm not 100% sure about, but I'm going to try it when we're there. So this is all coming. I have some maybes that all need trying on. So this is those. So yeah, these are the maybes. I need to put them on, be realistic about how they look, and then decide whether they come. I mean, everybody keeps mentioning the word cruise and the idea that they might be good for formal nights on cruises. No.
Nobody mentions cruises. Sammy mentions cruises.
No. I
Sammy
believe
mentions
you
cruises.
were the one that alluded to the possibility of them being worn on a formal night in a cruise.
Maybe.
So, maybe the scope to bring them just in case.
In the distant future.
We've got a nanny here as a helper today, Nanny Angel. Now it is time for the dumping ground that is the side of the wardrobe, along with all of the boxes and things that are across the top. They all need to come down and be gone through. I'm kind of hoping that when we get into the swing of this sorting process that it all starts to go a bit quicker. Okay. Because this is one tiny little room and it's going to have took 2 days. I am going to go and do, after we've finished in here, bedroom wardrobe is next and the chest of drawers, so that we can tackle all the clothes front, mine and Marky's clothes, if that makes sense. That's the plan. All just been shoved in a corner and forgotten about. Oh my God, Zelda! Does anybody remember these little LCD games? Look. I'm going to have to get some batteries and try it and see if it works. That's immense. Okay, wardrobe in there, done. To be honest, not very much has been got rid of.
I told you, they look exactly the same.
It's been sorted though, and a lot of rubbish has been thrown away because I've managed to fill 2 bin bags. So now time to tackle the one in our room. Now there's all of this. It might not look like it, but I've definitely took a lot out of it. There's a lot less in there now. Some of this is just purely here until we go. We'll go in the winter stuff that gets left here. But otherwise, there's not that much there now. Marky did bear witness to the removal of stuff, so he can testify that I did actually get rid of stuff.
That's all I think.
Next up, Marky, drawers.
And
that is it. We have sorted all of mine and Mark's clothes. The wardrobes, the drawers, shoes, it's all done. Those 2 bin liners piled on top of one another there are full of clothes for the clothes recycling. That bag that's next to them is full of shoes for the shoe recycling. And then these two here then are just rubbish. So that to me is a good start.
As you can see,
yes,
it was traumatic.
It was.
It
also did that whole thing where, I get too ingrained in the sorting through things and...
Yeah, and it did go dark. I said it would go dark, and it did go dark. Twice, I think. I actually think it went dark the following day as well. So that's now been sorted, and we've sold a load of it on Vinted.
We have listed some of it, yes. And we've sold. We're doing quite well with selling on Vinted at the moment. Yeah. Interesting to see that some of it just really wasn't even worth listing for the amount of time and everything that has to go into taking all of the photos and putting it on for the sake of £1 or £2.
It's not worth doing. So
we kind of concluded with charity shop.
Yes.
That stuff.
Yeah. If anybody, for those of you that don't, any Americans watching or anybody that doesn't know what Vinted is, it's kind of like a eBay for clothes, just clothes.
Yeah, people sell other things on there now these days, but it was
designed for that. So it's basically just clearing out your old clothes out your wardrobe. That was the idea of it.
Yeah, when it comes to anything with second-hand stuff, is that it's worth nothing, and that kind of is the reason why I'm now of the mind that we try and take as much of the furniture as we can, because we're going to get nothing for it. And we even did a bit of looking at that. For what like dining tables go for, sofas and things like that, and compared to what we paid for the stuff, we're probably going to get, what did we say? Like
nothing.
Nothing
in comparison.
Nothing in comparison. So at that point in time, we're better off taking it.
However, I'm also a realist, and I also know that when I take all the stuff that we've got and we decide not to sell it here, we take it with us, and then it goes into whatever room it goes into. My beautiful wife here will decide that she doesn't like it. It doesn't fit. It's the wrong colour. It smells funny. There'll be something wrong with whatever it is I take, and I'll replace it anyway. So I'd rather the things that we potentially may change, which is like the dining table, which we've said, I would rather just not take it. If we can sell it and get some money for it, great, and then we'll just contribute that towards its replacement, because there's going to be a replacement. We know there's going to be a replacement.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to fit. It's not going to go. It's not going to have the right zhuzh.
Okay.
The zhuzh. What's the word you look? What is it? The word you use? You're the creative director. That's it. Yeah. Sam is the creative director, and as the creative director has suggested, it's not going to go. We need to replace it.
Yes. So that was my reasoning why. Yes. And so with that, thank you very much if you've made it to the end of this week's vlog, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing some snippets of the decluttering, as well as listening to an update of where everything is. And obviously this weekend it is the continuation of the decluttering, and I am thinking we target both boys' rooms this weekend.
Again, all that's sort of, the boys' bedrooms are the big ones because they've still got really old toys in them.
Things under the beds and stuff that will need pulling out. So that is going to be what I will film us decluttering this week, meaning there will be more stuff either for eBay or Vinted or the charity shop or even Facebook Marketplace this week maybe. We will just see. And then obviously it's the garage and the loft, which are the big things. And then going through the garden shed. So we've not got very many weeks to get through.
I might leave the bounty castle to them, the people that buy in the house.
Maybe, they've got.
Because they might like that for the little girl. Just suddenly dawned on me. There's a little.
That's true. That'd be a nice thing to do, wouldn't it?
Very small or smallish bounty castle. So how old is she? 3, 4. So it'd be good for her age.
Yeah, there we go. We also need to, in this week's vlog, to make sure it's out in advance, wish Nanny Angel a very happy birthday for Monday. And we are going to pop out for a bite to eat with Nanny Angel for her birthday. So I might put a little bit of that in next week's video as well, because that'll be us going out and doing something.
It's an American diner of all places.
If you've not guessed already, we're going to Hickory's. I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's where we go all the time.
It would be Salt Shack. Salt Shack.
If we could, but we can't.
No.
Right then, I told you we were going, and I've cut this short 3 times now. Two times. So we're really going this time. If you've got any questions at all about what we've talked about decluttering, about any of our visa process, obviously, please drop them in the comments below and we will answer them. We do answer everything. Or if you want to talk to us sort of like a little bit more discreetly, privately, however you might want to call it, if you subscribe to either the Highs Florida Life Facebook or Instagram accounts on there, and then you can drop us a direct message through those, then we can answer you there. But to everybody that is following along, and we are so grateful, love our little community that seems to be building here. We're getting so much support and positivity from everybody that we really, really, really appreciate it. And yes, that's it from us for this week.
And we will see you all next week.
Bye for now.
Bye. Shall I say?
You don't forget, I'm reminding you this week, make sure you speak up, make sure you pronounce your words and numbers.
Hello children, thank you very much for visiting again. It's marvellous, darling. And
Speak
enunciate.
up. Pronounce your words.
Enunciate one's words, love. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Like that.